Massey-Ferguson, 60-second radio spot, new tractors.
You know, buying a new farm tractor is an expensive proposition these days. The cost of steel and other products that go into a tractor keep going up, and finance charges aren't going down. As a farmer today, you need to take full advantage of any savings that come along. That's why you really ought to consider buying a new Massey-Ferguson tractor before year end. It offers you two ways to save. First, you'll pay no finance charges on a new Massey-Ferguson tractor until April 1st, 1979, when you finance with Massey-Ferguson. That can take a lot of pinch out of your monthly cash flow. Second, there are real tax savings to be made by buying before year end. Depreciation allowances and investment tax credits can take a big chunk off your 1978 tax bill. Yeah, now's the time to buy that new tractor and save at Massey-Ferguson.
Massey-Ferguson, 60-second radio, new combines.
You know, you hear a lot of talk these days about the bottom line. Well, we've got some help for the bottom line on your tax return this year. Here's how. By buying a new Massey-Ferguson combine before year end, you can save on your 1978 tax bill through depreciation allowances and investment tax credits. And if you need more incentive, consider this. If you buy a new combine now and finance with Massey-Ferguson, you'll pay no finance charges until next June 1st or September 1st, depending on the combine you buy. And here's another thing. On self-propelled combines, you get a $1,000 certificate good toward the purchase of most new Massey-Ferguson farm tractors plus many other implements. Now, add it all up. You get a new combine, you save money on taxes, and you have no finance charges to pay for months. The reason to see your Massey-Ferguson dealer is right there, on the bottom line.
Massey-Ferguson, 60-second radio, new tractors and combines.
With 1978 soon to be history, there's next year to think about. And if you're going to be farming in 1979, you should be thinking about new machinery purchases now, because there are big tax advantages if you buy before year end. Depreciation allowances and tax credits can add up to big savings in your 1978 tax bill. And that's not all. If you buy a new Massey-Ferguson tractor or combine now and finance it with Massey-Ferguson, you'll pay no finance charges until well into 1979. April 1st on tractors, June 1st on grain combines, and September 1st on corn combines. No finance charges, plus tax advantages, add up to savings you should look into. The sooner you act, the more you can save. Stop in and see us at Massey-Ferguson before time runs out.
Massey-Ferguson, 60-second radio, used combines.
You've thought about it a lot, haven't you? And you've decided a good used combine is the best way to go. And you couldn't have picked a better time. Right now at Massey-Ferguson, we got some very special used combines. And if you buy and finance with Massey-Ferguson now, you can save big. For one thing, you'll pay no finance charges on certain used combines until next June 1st or September 1st, depending on the combine you buy. That can help take the pinch out of your monthly cash flow. For another thing, you can make substantial tax savings by buying before year end. Depreciation allowances and investment tax credits can reduce your 1978 tax bill considerably. You thought a lot about buying a used combine. Now, think about it some more. But don't think too long.
Massey-Ferguson, 60-second radio, parts and service.
Sometimes when you try to save a little, you lose a lot. Like using bargain parts on a Massey-Ferguson tractor or combine. You could lose a lot more than you save. There is a solution. You know what it is. Buy genuine Massey-Ferguson parts to begin with. Parts made to MF original equipment specifications. You can be confident you're getting the best there is, and it'll cost you a lot less in the long run. The same thing is true of service. Get the best there is for your Massey-Ferguson equipment at your Massey-Ferguson dealer. His servicemen are specially trained to take good care of MF machines quickly and efficiently. Don't trust bargain parts or service for your quality Massey-Ferguson equipment. You trusted us when you bought your machines. Now trust us to keep them running for you.
Massey-Ferguson, first quarter revised. 60-second radio, new tractors.
You know, game plans aren't just for football or basketball coaches. As a farmer, you have a game plan of your own as you get ready for the coming season. Well, right now, your Massey-Ferguson dealer's making a special offer that'll help put you in the winners column. Here's the deal. Buy a new Massey-Ferguson farm tractor now before January 26th and finance it with the MF Credit Corporation, and you won't have to pay a dime in finance charges till April 1st. And think of the tractor you'll be getting from the family of proven performers. Your MF dealer's got a great lineup of 1979 Massey-Ferguson tractors, including a pair of new four-wheel drive models, just waiting for a workout. So if your game plan calls for a new tractor in 1979, get up off the sidelines and get into your Massey-Ferguson dealer now. But hurry. The buzzer on this deal sounds January 26th.
Massey-Ferguson, first quarter revised. 60-second radio, new combines.
Yes, sir. Farming is a risky business. Always has been and probably always will be. The idea, of course, is to remove all the risk you can whenever you can. One way to do that is to buy the best equipment at the best possible price. Right now, your Massey-Ferguson dealer is making a special offer that can help you save some big money. Here's the deal. Buy your combine before January 26th and finance with MF Credit Corporation. Then you can forget about finance charges till next June 1st or September 1st, depending on the model you buy. The savings don't have to end there either. If you buy a self-propelled combine, you'll also receive a $1,000 certificate, good toward the purchase of most Massey-Ferguson farm tractors or other implements. Take some of the risk out of your farming. See your Massey-Ferguson dealer now, before January 26th.
Massey-Ferguson, first quarter revised. 60-second radio, new tractors and combines.
You know, now that it's the start of another year, you've probably been taking inventory of your equipment needs. If there's a new tractor or combine on your list, you'll want to get in touch with your Massey-Ferguson dealer right away. Because if you act now, he can help you save some big money. Here's the deal. If you buy a new MF tractor or combine before January 26th and finance it with a Massey-Ferguson Credit Corporation, you won't pay any finance charges till April 1st on a tractor, June 1st on a grain combine, or September 1st on a corn combine. And when you buy that new self-propelled combine, you'll also receive a $1,000 certificate, good on the purchase of most new Massey-Ferguson farm tractors and implements. So make your equipment buy before January 26th, and forget about finance charges till later. That's a real head start to a great new year from your Massey-Ferguson dealer.
Massey-Ferguson, first quarter revised. 60-second radio, used combines.
You know, smart farmers today are taking a closer look at good used tractors and combines. And quite often, used equipment is your best buy when you figure initial cost and production. And right now, Massey-Ferguson has some great ways for you to save money on specially selected top-quality used combines. If you buy before January 26th and finance through the Massey-Ferguson Credit Corporation, you won't pay any finance charges until next June 1st if you buy a grain combine, September 1st if you buy a corn combine. Now, no one has to tell you. That's a pretty good piece of change you'll be saving. Plus, you get a $1,000 certificate for Massey-Ferguson parts when you buy a self-propelled model. But time's running out. To save big money, you've got to act before January 26th. Now's a great time to buy a good used tractor or combine at Massey-Ferguson.
Massey-Ferguson, second quarter radio, spot number R795, MF 4840 and 4880, 60-second radio.
What's it take these days to farm big acres? Big horsepower, the kind you get from Massey-Ferguson's new four-wheel drive tractors, plus a whole lot more. And let me tell you, my friend, that's where the big new Masseys really shine. And that's the reason we say, you've got what it takes.
With Massey-Ferguson.
Yes, sir. These new Massey 4840 and 4880 four-wheel drive tractors have got it all. Massey-Ferguson's exclusive electronically controlled three-point hitch that matches implement depth to soil conditions with a touch of a dial. Your choice of 12-speed manual or 18-speed shift-on-the-go transmission. And a big, roomy command module with unsurpassed visibility. Massey-Ferguson four-wheel drive tractors. Yes, sir. You got what it takes.
With Massey-Ferguson.
Massey-Ferguson second quarter radio, spot number R796, 2000 series tractor, 60-second radio.
What's it take to keep up with today's big farms? Plenty. And that's what Massey-Ferguson's big 2000 series tractors have to offer. 100 to 190 horsepower, a roomy command module with over 50 square feet of view, more visibility than any other tractor on the market, and that's why we say you got what it takes.
Massey-Ferguson.
But that's just the beginning. These Massey-Ferguson tractors are powered by Perkins engines, and that means reliability. And you put that power to work with an 8-speed manual or 24-speed shift-on-the-go transmission. But now, for the real kicker, Massey-Ferguson has extended the warranty period on all farm tractors over 34 horsepower. Ask your Massey-Ferguson dealer for details. Yes, sir, Massey-Ferguson 2000 series tractors. You got what it takes.
With Massey-Ferguson.
Massey-Ferguson second quarter radio, spot number R797, utility tractor, 60-second radio.
What's it take to tackle those tough farm chores? A rugged utility tractor with proven reliability. A Massey-Ferguson utility tractor. Available in 6 grade models from 34 to 81 horsepower. With the features you want in a tractor this size. That's why we say you got what it takes.
With Massey-Ferguson.
And let me tell you, friend, these Massey-Ferguson utility tractors have a long history of proven reliability. And they're all backed by a great new warranty. Ask your Massey-Ferguson dealer for all the details. And while you're at it, check out the many outstanding features these tractors have to offer, like hydrostatic power steering, fingertip control hydraulics, and much, much more. Massey-Ferguson utility tractors. Yes, sir. You got what it takes.
With Massey-Ferguson.
Massey-Ferguson second quarter radio, spot number R798, MF Combine, 60-second radio.
How do you get a year's worth of grain in on time? With a Massey-Ferguson combine. From the MF 540 to the big MF 760, you get real grain handling capacity from front to back and clean whole grain in the tank, bushel after bushel. That's why we say you got what it takes.
With Massey-Ferguson.
And this year's new Massey-Ferguson combines have more to offer than ever before, like new floating cutter bar tables with special new reels to reduce wrapping, and a whole new series of quick-attach corn heads designed to put more grain in the tank. Plus, an all-new 14-channel electronic monitoring system on 700 series combines. Everything you need to swing the harvest odds in your favor. Proven Massey-Ferguson combines. Yes, sir. You got what it takes.
With Massey-Ferguson.
Massey-Ferguson 60-second radio, used combine, number 1.
What's the best time to buy a used combine? Right now at your Massey-Ferguson dealer. Yes, sir, he's having a spring house cleaning of used combines, and that means big savings. Plus, a customer parts purchase certificate worth up to $1,000 on Massey-Ferguson parts. And don't forget, if you finance with Massey-Ferguson, there's no finance charges till June 1st or September 1st, depending on the type of combine you buy. But hurry, don't miss out. This offer is good through April 27th, 1979. Yes, sir, you got what it takes with Massey-Ferguson.
Massey-Ferguson 60-second radio used combines. Number 2.
Looking for a good deal on a used combine? You've got what it takes at Massey-Ferguson. Yes, sir, your MF dealer has a great deal on used combines because it's time for spring house cleaning. And listen to this. When you buy a used combine, you get a customer parts purchase certificate worth up to $1,000 on the purchase of MF parts from your Massey-Ferguson dealer. And if you finance with Massey-Ferguson, you pay no finance charges till June 1st or September 1st, depending on the type of combine you buy. But hurry. This offer ends April 27th, 1979. Yes, sir. You've got what it takes with Massey-Ferguson.
This is Massey-Ferguson 60-second radio with 10-second tag. Take 1, 7956.
Will Rogers Jr. for Massey-Ferguson.
You know, a piece of farm equipment worth its salt is a lot more than just steel, rubber, and a shiny coat of paint, whatever the color. I've learned that much since I've been working with the Massey-Ferguson folks. It's what people do that makes the difference. I think of all the people that are involved in putting together a Massey-Ferguson combine, the engineers that are constantly working on improvements that have made MF combines able to harvest almost any kind of crop, even under less than perfect conditions. And then there's the production line people whose skill and attention to detail are so important in building quality into those big red machines. I wish you could get a chance to meet some of these folks sometime, like I have, because I believe you'd get along real well. Like you, they're the kind of people who take pride in their work.
This is Massey-Ferguson, copy number 7957, 60-second radio with 10-second tag.
Will Rogers Jr. for Massey-Ferguson.
My dad once wrote, "I see a great deal of talk from Washington about lowering the taxes. I hope they get them lowered down enough so people can afford to pay them." Well, you can tell some things haven't changed much since then. But here's something to remember when you start thinking about this year's taxes. If before December 31st you buy that Massey-Ferguson tractor you've been wanting, you may qualify for an investment tax credit and depreciation allowance that could take a big chunk off your 1979 tax bill. Of course, you don't buy a Massey-Ferguson tractor just to get tax credit. You buy it because it's a proven performer, a machine that'll be a source of satisfaction for years to come. But when you figure the short-term benefits of a tax break and the long-term benefits of owning a Massey-Ferguson tractor, you've got a combination that's hard to beat.
This is Massey-Ferguson 60-second radio, copy number 7958, 60-second radio with 10-second live tag.
Will Rogers Jr. for Massey-Ferguson.
Now, I don't know everything there's to know about tractors, but I learned a lot since I started working with the Massey-Ferguson people. Take the MF 2000 series tractors. You can choose from 5 models in this big power 2-wheel drive lineup, from 100 to 190 PTO horsepower. Now, that means you won't have to buy more tractor than you need or settle for too little power to get the job done. And while you're getting the job done, you'll ride in style and comfort, believe me. All the 2000 series models have the MF Total Vision Command Module with more visibility than any other cab on the market. So see your Massey-Ferguson dealer to find out more about the power and comfort that you can get with a 2000 series tractor. Oh, and while you're there, ask him about tax savings you may qualify for when you buy before year end.
This is Massey-Ferguson 60-second radio, copy number 7959 with 10-second live tag.
Will Rogers Jr. for Massey-Ferguson.
You know, I just can't get over how big these Massey-Ferguson 4000 series 4-wheel drive tractors are. Why, you got to practically stand on a ladder just to get a kick at the tires. Of course, I've been around long enough to know bigger is only a part of being better. And I can tell you, these aren't just muscle-bound brutes. They've got all the agility of a well-trained athlete as well as the power. But to really appreciate one, you got to climb up in the cab, put your hand on the controls, and experience the great feeling of comfort. Well, there are a lot of features I'd like to point out, but the fact is I'm running out of time, which reminds me, be sure and see your Massey-Ferguson dealer about the 4000 series four-wheel drive tractors soon, and take advantage of the tax savings you may get by buying before the year end.
This is Massey-Ferguson 60-second radio with 10-second live tag, 7960.
Will Rogers Jr. for Massey-Ferguson.
You know, Dad once said, the income tax has made more liars out of the American people than golf. Well, here it is, almost tax time again. And like most folks, you're probably looking for ways to save. Now, you may already know that you can qualify for an investment tax credit and depreciation allowance by making a deal with your Massey-Ferguson dealer before December 31st. But if you're like me, those deadlines have a way of slipping by, and there you are. You still haven't got the equipment you want, and you've missed the tax break. Now, of course, I'm not recommending that you buy Massey-Ferguson equipment just for the tax break. There are a whole lot more benefits to be had than that. Things that'll keep on giving you satisfaction for years to come. But when it's a matter of saving on your income tax, wouldn't you like to be on the right side of that December 31st deadline?
This is Massey-Ferguson 7961 60-second radio with 10-second live tag.
Will Rogers Jr. for Massey-Ferguson.
You know, the new year always kind of sneaks up on me, and I'm always surprised when I turn over the calendar and see a new set of numbers staring me in the face. But the folks at Massey-Ferguson haven't been wasting any time getting ready for the 80s. For instance, they've expanded their tractor line to answer the need for a four-wheel drive tractor in the 225 horsepower range, the new MF 4800. And they've come up with a new planter, the MF 640, that's designed to give you uniform planting, seed after seed, row after row. Then there's the MF 440 row crop cultivator in widths of up to 12 rows, and the new MF 320 disc harrow, and the MF 1050 grinder mixer. Oh, there are a lot of great things for the 80s down at your Massey-Ferguson dealers, and the best part is they'll be ready for you soon.
Massey-Ferguson, fourth quarter radio, 60-second combine factory allowance. Spot number R7927.
For Massey-Ferguson, Will Rogers Jr.
You know, a real bargain's about as rare as a modest politician in an election year. But right now, your Massey-Ferguson dealer's got what I'd call a real bargain. He's got a $2,000 factory allowance on an MF 750 or 760 combine, and a factory allowance of $1,500 on an MF 540 or 550 combine. And you know, big savings can mean a lot in times like these. Of course, a bargain's not a bargain unless you're satisfied with what you buy. And when it comes to harvesting crops, remember that Massey-Ferguson combines have earned a reputation as a leader year after year. Now, unlike an election campaign, a bargain doesn't last forever, and these factory allowances end September 28th. So see your Massey-Ferguson dealer today for all the details.
Massey-Ferguson, fourth quarter radio, combine factory allowance, 30-second radio. Spot number R7928.
For Massey-Ferguson, Will Rogers Jr.
You know, a real bargain's about as rare as a modest politician, but right now your Massey-Ferguson dealer's got one. A $2,000 factory allowance that can mean big savings when you make a deal on an MF 750 or 760 combine, or a $1,500 allowance on an MF 540 or 550 combine. But these factory allowances end September 28th, so see your Massey-Ferguson dealer soon.
Massey-Ferguson, fourth quarter radio, tractor factory allowance, 60-second radio. Spot number R7929.
For Massey-Ferguson, Will Rogers Jr.
You know, I used to get an allowance when I was a kid, and my dad would give me 10 cents and tell me not to spend it all in one place. And if I were lucky, I'd get it in pennies, and I could jiggle it in my pocket. But I never got an allowance like your Massey-Ferguson dealer has from the factory on the new MF 4000 series four-wheel drive tractors, a $2,000 factory allowance. Now, that'll go a lot further than 10 cents would, even when I was a kid. And there's savings to be had on Massey-Ferguson's lively little compacts and handy utility tractors, too, because your Massey-Ferguson dealer has allowances of $250 to $400 on those models. But all these allowances end September 28th, so see your Massey-Ferguson dealer soon. But first, you might think about getting a bigger pocket.
Massey-Ferguson fourth quarter radio, tractor factory allowance, 30-second radio. Spot number R7930.
For Massey-Ferguson, Will Rogers, Jr.
You know, I used to look forward to getting my allowance when I was a kid, just so I'd have something to jingle in my pocket. Well, your Massey-Ferguson dealer's got an allowance that'll give you more than jingling money. Factory allowances on tractors from $250 to $2,000. But the allowances end September 28th, so see your Massey-Ferguson dealer soon. But first, you better get a bigger pocket.
Massey-Ferguson fourth quarter radio, four-way satisfaction number 1, 60-second radio. Spot number R7931.
For Massey-Ferguson, Will Rogers, Jr.
I'm here at the factory where they make the Massey-Ferguson 2000 series tractors, and what you hear is the sound of quality being built in. The folks at Massey-Ferguson are so convinced about the quality of these 2000 series tractors, they're offering you a four-way satisfaction program through participating Massey-Ferguson dealers. First, you have to be completely satisfied with the 2000 series tractor you buy, or you can bring it back. Second, your dealer will see that your investment is protected by establishing a trade-in value when you buy it. Third, these tractors are covered by Massey-Ferguson's tractor warranty, which extends coverage to 2 years or 1,500 hours. And finally, your participating dealer can offer you special financing for the first year. Now, doesn't that sound like quality?
Massey-Ferguson fourth quarter radio, four-way satisfaction number 1, 30-second radio. Spot number R7932.
For Massey-Ferguson, Will Rogers, Jr.
That's the sound of quality being built into Massey-Ferguson's new 2000 series tractors. And the folks at Massey-Ferguson are backing these tractors with a four-way satisfaction program. It includes an established trade-in value, a 2-year or 1,500-hour warranty, special financing, and complete satisfaction, or you bring the tractor back. See your participating Massey-Ferguson dealer for all the details.
Massey-Ferguson fourth quarter radio, four-way satisfaction number 2, 60-second radio. Spot number R7933.
For Massey-Ferguson, Will Rogers, Jr.
You know, to me, there's nothing more satisfying than a fresh cup of coffee and a slice of Irene's hot apple pie. And speaking of satisfaction, you should hear about Massey-Ferguson's four-way satisfaction. It's a special program available through participating dealers that backs up the new 2000 series tractors. You have to be completely satisfied with the tractor you buy, or you may return it. Of course, you also get Massey-Ferguson's 2-year or 1,500-hour tractor warranty, and your Massey-Ferguson dealer will also establish a trade-in value on your tractor at the time of sale and work out special financing, too. Stop in soon and see your Massey-Ferguson dealer for all the details. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go help myself to another slice of satisfaction. Say, Irene.
Massey-Ferguson fourth quarter radio, four-way satisfaction number 2, 30-second radio. Spot number R7934.
For Massey-Ferguson, Will Rogers, Jr.
To me, there's nothing more satisfying than a fresh cup of coffee and a slice of apple pie. And speaking of satisfaction, you should hear about Massey-Ferguson's new four-way satisfaction program on their 2000 series tractors. It includes an established trade-in value and special financing, plus a 2-year or 1,500-hour warranty, and complete satisfaction or you bring the tractor back. See your participating Massey-Ferguson dealer.
Massey-Ferguson, fourth quarter radio, used combines, 60-second radio, spot number R7935.
For Massey-Ferguson, Will Rogers, Jr.
You've heard the term cream puff before. Well, right now I'm standing next to a 12-foot-high cream puff, weighs about 8 tons. A used combine like the ones you'll find at your Massey-Ferguson dealers. This beauty's been completely reconditioned and it's ready to go to the fields. In fact, this one's already been sold. The ones at your Massey-Ferguson dealer will be going fast too, because he's sweetening the deals on cream puffs like these with special financing. So if you're in the market for a used combine, now's the time to buy, whether you're getting ready for harvest or looking ahead to next season. But you better act soon, because the special financing offer ends October 31st. See your participating Massey-Ferguson dealer for all the details, and put a cream puff like this to work for you.
Massey-Ferguson, fourth quarter radio, used combines, 30 seconds, spot number R7936.
For Massey-Ferguson, Will Rogers, Jr.
You've heard of a cream puff before. Well, right now I'm standing next to a 12-foot-high, 8-ton cream puff, a used combine like the ones you'll find at your Massey-Ferguson dealers. And these beauties will be going fast because now through October 31st, he's sweetening his deals on used combines with special financing. See your participating Massey-Ferguson dealer soon for all the details.
Massey-Ferguson, fourth quarter radio, used equipment, 60 seconds, spot number R7937.
For Massey-Ferguson, Will Rogers, Jr.
I've got $35.
You know, there's nothing like an old-fashioned country auction to stir up a lot of interest among folks. People are always looking for a bargain, and that's why I think there's going to be a lot of interest in the special deals that your Massey-Ferguson dealer is offering on used tractors, combines, implements, and industrial equipment. Of course, it's all good equipment, just waiting to be put to work. And the special financing you can work out with your Massey-Ferguson dealer will make that good used tractor, combine, or industrial piece an even better deal. Now's the time to look into it, because the best equipment will go fast and the special financing offer ends October 31st. So see your participating Massey-Ferguson dealer soon and get a great bargain on used equipment.
I've got $25. Who'll give me 26? Who'll give me 26? 26 it is.
I always
I've got
wondered how
$26.
those guys could
27,
talk so
27,
fast.
27 once.
Massey-Ferguson, fourth quarter radio, used equipment, 30 seconds, spot number R7938.
For Massey-Ferguson, Will Rogers, Jr.
I've got $35.
You know, there's nothing like an old-fashioned auction to stir up interest among folks. People are always looking for a bargain, and that's why I think there's going to be a lot of interest in the special financing that Massey-Ferguson dealers are offering on used tractors, combines, implements, and industrial equipment. So see your participating Massey-Ferguson dealer soon, because the offer ends October 31st, and get a bargain.
Massey-Ferguson, spot number R8035, spring factory allowances, 60-second radio.
Well, spring is here. There's a lot of farm work to do. And when you're out there doing it, you've got to have good equipment. That's why you'll be interested in the special factory allowances Massey-Ferguson dealers are offering right now. Sound good?
Yeah!
Well, then tell me what you think.
Massey makes sense.
One more time.
Massey makes sense.
Sure does, because factory allowances mean big savings now through May 2nd, 1980.
Massey makes sense.
See your dealer for pocket-pleasing prices on most Massey-Ferguson tractors, combines, hay tools, and implements.
Massey makes sense.
They're built for professionals.
Massey makes sense.
I hope to tell you.
Massey makes sense.
Massey-Ferguson, 60-second radio, spot number R8036.
Well, spring is here. There's a lot of farm work to do, and you could win a new MF 205 compact tractor to help you do it. Massey's giving away 20 of them in our spring tryout sweepstakes. So enter early and often at your Massey-Ferguson dealer. Like the sound of that?
Yeah!
Then tell me about it.
Massey makes sense.
One more time.
Massey makes sense.
I'll say, especially with the big factory allowances your Massey dealer can pass along to you now through May 2nd, 1980.
Massey makes sense.
No doubt about it, these factory allowances mean big savings on most Massey-Ferguson tractors, combines, hay tools, and implements.
Massey makes sense.
Spring tryout sweepstakes.
Massey makes sense.
It's a winner.
Massey makes sense.
Massey-Ferguson, 60-second radio, spot number R-8039.
Right now, you've just got to do things better than ever, and Massey-Ferguson is out to help. Buy the new Massey equipment you need to do the job now, and we'll give you big cash rebates, up to $10,000. How about that?
Yeah!
Buy Massey now
Massey makes sense.
and get a bundle back.
Massey makes sense.
Get up to $10,000 cash rebate when you buy a new Massey machine or implement with no trade-in.
Massey makes sense.
Or get up to $7,500 rebate with a trade-in. Yep, big rebates on most Massey machines.
Massey makes sense.
Get the big rebates.
Massey makes sense.
Or low-rate financing.
Massey makes sense.
So buy the equipment you need and do it right now.
Massey-Ferguson, 60-second radio, spot number R-8040.
Massey makes sense.
Yes, sir, right now when things are tight, Massey-Ferguson comes through again. You can finance the new Massey-Ferguson machines or implements you need at only 13.75 annual percentage rate. With money hard to get at any price, isn't that some kind of deal?
Yeah!
Just in time, right?
Massey makes sense.
Well, say it again.
Massey makes sense.
Hope to tell you, with 3 ways to save at your Massey dealers. You can finance at only 13.75 annual percentage rate, or get up to $10,000 cash rebate when you buy a new Massey machine with no trade, or up to $7,500 rebate with trade.
Massey makes sense.
With low-rate financing.
Massey makes sense.
With big cash rebates.
Massey makes sense.
So buy the equipment you need and do it right now.
Massey-Ferguson, 60-second radio, spot number R-8041.
Massey makes sense.
They sure do, with 3 big ways to save on equipment at your Massey dealers. You can save with financing at 13.75 annual percentage rate on all eligible Massey-Ferguson machines and implements, or get big cash rebates when you buy. Like the sound of that?
Yeah!
Well, sound off.
Massey makes sense.
Say it louder.
Massey Massey makes sense.
Choose 13 3/4 annual percentage rate financing, or maybe you'd rather have cash in hand. How about no trade rebates of up to $10,000 when you buy an eligible Massey machine, or up to $7,500 with trade? You know you can use the money.
Massey makes sense.
3 ways to save.
Massey makes sense.
Rebates or low rates.
Massey makes sense.
For 3 ways to save, see your Massey dealer right now.
Massey-Ferguson, Massey Man Radio, 62nd General, spot number R-8111.
Everywhere you turn these days, there's some fast talker trying to sell you a bill of goods about this machine or that machine. Well, heck, all you really need to know are the facts. And that's why it pays to know a Massey man when you're in the market for some new farm machinery. Yep, he's got the equipment all right. Whether it's those famous Massey-Ferguson combines, balers, or tractors. From the new compact models all the way up to those big 4-wheel drive tractors. Or almost any implement you might need to help keep your farming profitable. And what's more, your Massey man will give it to you straight. No fast talk when it comes to investing your money. Just ask. He's got the facts you need to know about that Massey-Ferguson equipment. It's just his way of doing business. So why not stop in for some straight talk about farm machinery with your Massey man?
Massey-Ferguson Incorporated, Massey Man Radio, 60 seconds, spot number R-8112.
You know, farming can be a tough business. Tough on you and tough on your machinery. So when it's time to start passing out the tender love and care, it pays to know a Massey man. He's right there when you need him with top drawer service. And if you own Massey-Ferguson equipment, you'll want those genuine Massey-Ferguson parts to go with them. Chances are, he's even got one of those computerized part systems that can locate a part anywhere in North America if he doesn't have it in stock. So even in an emergency, chances are real good your Massey man can have you rolling again in a flash. And by the way, he specializes in preventive maintenance too. And that's the best way to miss bigger problems later on. So don't wait. Get acquainted with your Massey man soon. Go on, give him a call right now.